In case anyone's wondering. Stop. This is beta 1.4. Cook steak? Haha, nice. One problem I've been having though is I don't know if it's a mod I have in here still or what, but I don't get icons for stuff. Like, you'll see what I mean when I pull in to get loaded. Like, I don't have the icon for the company or where I'm supposed to park or anything like that. Crap. That figures. Oh, the joys of single player. Am I right? Yeah, yes sir. Snyder paint. The old bright orange. It's time for you to get off. Your turn's over. Looks like he's letting me go. Hey, turn off the Xbox. Your time's up. Time to turn it off. You don't do single player? Well, this is the beta, so you can only, if you want to use the new beta on ATS and see what's new, it has to be on single player. So they do the update, and then update TMP, of course, like everyone already knows. Like I said, it's green light. Holy crap. Can hardly see it from way back here. I don't know why I bought the garage in Vegas. It takes forever to go anywhere here. Piece of junk truck going gear. Hey, cut it out, you two. Let's see if I can find this. Should be somewhere right there. Oh, you got 2 days of updates to do? Yeah. That's what happens when you're not on it for a little bit, huh? And then when you do go to get on it, you can't right away. Everything's got to update. Oh, that's a bad camera. It just looks so good on the beta. Look at that. It looks so good. So fancy. It's like having a graphics mod without having a graphics mod. Dang, 2 days? You must have slow internet connection too? Or what's your connection like? What's your speed? Whoop. And we're off like a herd of turtles. Hauling for Schneider today. Man, the camera view is terrible when you're at pick up and drop off. Look, I don't have no fancy wheels or nothing. The only ones that are aluminum are on the front. Steel on the drive and trailer. Tried to company truck it out as much as I could, you know. Split through the house. Probably not hardwired either, are you? You might be. If you are, that's the way to go. Stay off that Wi-Fi if you can avoid it. Big ol' load of wieners. Alright, you guys are hardwired good. I was gonna say that Wi-Fi stuff will kill you every time. Dang it. I'm gonna have to change lanes. Looks like I'm turning left up here somewhere. Change lanes again right here while I can. Two TVs, one for PS4, one for PC. Ah, nice. I used to have the PS4 like hooked up behind my monitors, and all I had to do was like unplug one cable and plug in the other. Or no, just switch the channel on the monitor. And then I would plug my headset into the PS4 controller and hear the sound that way, but I ain't done that in a little while now. I don't have a capture card or anything anyway, so it really did me no good. If I wanted to stream, it would still be like I was streaming on the TV, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna sell this garage in Las Vegas, I think, after this. Coming to Vegas is terrible. Yeah, I have a PS4. It sits over there collecting dust mostly. I don't hardly ever touch it, to be honest. I bought it for one game, and that game was Spider-Man. When that first released on PS4, not the Miles Morales one that just came out, the first one. So I've had it for a couple years now, but I played that game and beat it, and then I honestly haven't touched it since. I think the kids have a couple games for it, but nothing exciting. Had my money's worth, yeah. Now I just got a PS4 Pro Dust Collector. Pretty much traded my Switch for it. We had it, I kind of regret it now, because the Nintendo Switch was pretty awesome, but... Oh, I'm turning left here. I'm just gonna have to go behind this car. What the heck? GT Sport's cheap now? Yeah, but then... Like, I don't have the PlayStation Network. What is it? PlayStation Network? PSN or whatever? We don't have none of that or anything for it, so... It's literally a dust collector. Another red light. And you made it out of Vegas yet. It's been, what, 20 minutes? Back to racing. Huh? Which one of these? There it is. Yeah, Smitty don't know what he's talking about 90% of the time anyway. If it ain't about taters, Smitty's clueless. We've come to realize this. Kobe. Oh, off the rim. Quack. Not racing in trucks. I'm obeying all the laws of traffic. I'll have you know. I'm not speeding. I'm stopping for all the red lights. I'm listening to the trumpets. I'm doing all the stuff I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, maybe I made one illegal left turn, but that don't count. I did it safely. Did it as safely as I could. Oh, and let's not get crazy now, Smitty. Don't be ridiculous. That's just unethical. Stopping at way stations. What a jackass. Cross-country trip and obey the laws. Anytime I've done single player in the past. Nah, I wouldn't. Nah, I'd say no, William. We ain't got enough ATS drivers where it really matters. So I'd just run race miles on ATS. I mean, if I ever played ATS, that's what I plan on doing. But with single player ATS, I've always said that I like semi-realism with it. Like, I won't go 79 miles an hour the whole time or run too many red lights, but at the same time, I only take the realism so far with it. We had like one person that played ETS, and I think he quit. I think Dragon Slayer quit. Either he quit or he just left the Discord. But he was the only one that, besides the occasional Chizo Miles, Chizo would do it once in a while too. I don't know what happened there, Smitty. I really don't. I thought about messaging him and asking him, but I was like, I don't want to be that guy. He's always more than welcome to come back, but... Yeah, I really don't know what happened, unless he was just done with Discord, maybe. Actually, I think he's still in the company. I think it was just a Discord thing. I don't know. I don't know if Chizo does real miles or not. To be honest. I think with Chizo it depends on the mood. If it's a real miles day, you might do him. If it's a don't give a shit day, if he's running with like me, he'll do race miles on ATS. But if he's by himself, he might not. I'm not too sure on that. Oh, I agree, Will. I definitely agree. But I mean, to be honest, same thing like Kit was. Havoc is a primarily ATS company that welcomes ETS as well. Like, if we could ever get enough people that played ETS 2 and, like, we were going for miles on that game more than we were this one, then I'd probably say, yeah, run the real miles. But even then, I think even if we did do ETS, like, if we had, like, 5 or 10 people that did ETS, I think it'd still be a race miles company for ETS. Because exactly what you said, ATS is fine. Like 80 miles an hour is plenty fast. But on ETS, that, what is it, real miles or 60 miles an hour or something like that, it's even on those roads, it's too slow. So yeah, I would stick with that, Will, with that line of thinking. Marlboro Country, how about that? Old Marlboro billboard. 2 of them. Let's see if I can get a sweet little screenshot here. I'll do it right about here. Never did. I saw there was a couple of people that joined that I didn't recognize their name, and I would go into Chuck's book and see if anybody knew it applied. It was the same thing. Nothing. Look at that old marble sign. Boom. I think I'm clear to move over finally. But yeah, the ATS beta 1.4 looking good. I gotta say, it's looking good. I think everyone's gonna really enjoy the update when it fully releases. I haven't been on ETS to check that one out yet, but ATS, bing, big gorilla thumbs up. You know, Smitty, instead of having people just join the Discord and message you after, you gotta get yourself one of these. Just a press of a button. You can join HTC right there. I don't see that. My problem is I don't have a Discord button. The panel's down below. Like if you're on PC and you scroll down to the panels, you'll see a big one for Discord. That's the Havoc Discord, and then I got a button for the link. I gotta set up a Discord button one of these days when I remember. One of these days. Yep, made the right choice there. I could see an accident coming. Might as well move on over. Blinker. Hey, Will's got it. I don't think there's enough people here, or the ones that are here are already a part of everything, so. But, that's that. Damn Europeans. Oh, Will's gonna smack you. Better watch it. Well, I don't know. The UK ain't a part of Europe anymore, is it? Wasn't there the whole Brexit thing? Are they still part of Europe? I don't know. I barely keep up with what's going on in New York, let alone Europe, you know? It's not. That's what I thought. I thought the Brexit thing, that's what that was. Right? It was the UK pulling away from Europe. Technically, yeah, it's all Europe, but... Dan Angle, relieve. What's this one? Don't look like it was in English, did it? Well, it was, but the guy had a weird name. I better leave that up on the screen so I don't miss a turn. One in the dash is kind of small. Oop, don't go in the ditch. Look at that orange pop. Jesus. It's a bright truck. It's like a prisoner truck, ain't it? Like the inmate outfit. Ooh, almost had an accident right there. We're like caged animals at the moment, so not fun. Not all fun. Oh, no, yeah, man. The lockdown and crap. Duh. I hear you on that one. We've been saying it for well over a year now, I do believe, but can't wait for this whole pandemic to be over. The dogs are always happy when it snows. That was about a week, 2 weeks ago, we got that foot of snow, and our black lab just went crazy in it. Just like, almost like swimming in the snow. She would dive into it and just like bury through it and come out the other side. It was hilarious. I wish I would have got a better video of it, but yeah, our dogs love the snow too. And the divorce lawyers will be available. Yeah, you're safe. Thus far, it's a Mrs. Smitty free zone. You're amongst friends, Smitty. Welcome to the Circle of Trust. You are in the Circle of Trust now. Need to share, man. Don't just talk about sharing is caring, you know. Sharing is caring. Oh, and that's just the biscuits. Oh. Detours are still on. We'll see about that. Oh, I got permission. I can go around. Thanks, officer. Hope everyone's okay. Yeah, that other guy gave me permission, fellas. Don't worry about me. He said it was all good. Urgent delivery. She's been sleeping all day. Yeah. Mine went to work about 3 hours ago now or so. Did a little bit of dishes. I still got some dishes to finish up, actually. Gonna have to make the kids dinner once I'm done streaming. I think we're gonna go with hot dogs. I think it's a hot dog night. Nice and simple, you know. Ooh. Oh, you started something you can't finish, huh? Is that what happened? I do that all the time. You poke at the bear, and then when they bite back, it's like, shit. I'm supposed to be in the right. You know what it is? It's just that we're right and they don't like it. That's what it is. We're right and they can't handle it. There, I said it. And I'm glad I said it. They can't handle the truth. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Oh, we got an accident. Havoc had nothing to do with that. That was not us. Oh, what is this? Oh, don't worry. That officer gave me permission. He said, go ahead. He said, go around. It's all good. Just don't make it any worse. And I said, all right. Can't handle this. That's it. I'm telling you. I can't even get into it with details, but lately I've been right. Not even gonna lie. If there was a regular season MVP, like, on being right, that's been me lately. That's clearly a Havoc crash. I swear, we had nothing to do with it. Look. See? All those guys got special permission, too. They're going around. I think Teddy wants to play. Oh, boy. Take him outside. Let him burn that energy off. Oh, that's a nice little township over there. Too bad we couldn't, like, deliver to that little town. You gotta love it when some of, like, the scenic towns are more decorated than the actual towns you drive in. Look, horses and everything over there. Oh, speed limit's 80. Sounds like trouble. Well, when we get a gardener? Oh, when you get a garden. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, we don't have much of a yard here either. Like, there's the public driveway out back, which is, it's a shared driveway. Barely big enough for 3 cars, so... Thankfully, lately, there's only been my truck and the neighbor's car there lately, so... Still a little bit of room, but it's not a real yard, you know? It's a driveway, fuck's sake. And then the little patch out front, it's like a 10 by 10 square, maybe like 15 by 15 square. Just a little bit of grass grows. Not much at all. The kids hate it, the dogs hate it 10 times as much because it ain't nothing. Everything is a lawn in the hood. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not totally wrong. You know what, Smitty? At the end of the day, it could be worse. We could live in Utica. Thank God for that. Knock on wood that we don't. The front straight onto the path. Yeah. Yeah, that living in town life. I live in a very, very small town. Like 2,000 people at most, I think. Something like that. Very small town. Like, we got like 3 red lights, I think, maybe. And 2 of them are boom boom. We're like right next to each other, so they don't really count. That's like 1. But even in a small town, like, we're just in a bad spot. We're up on a hill. So, like, if you pull out of the driveway and go left, you're going uphill. You pull out of the driveway and go right, you're going downhill. And then, like I said, we got the little yard and the shared driveway that goes to the backyard. And yeah, the park is just a walk up the street, but it ain't as convenient as just opening up the door and going outside, you know? Or opening up the door and letting the dog run out. You just can't do that here. Route 20 is nothing but hills? Yeah, that's true. See, man, I not far off of 20. It's about 15 miles to get to Route 20 from here. Like up by, What is that? Trying to think of a bigger town. Be glad to not constantly hear sirens. Oh, I bet, man. Just gonna lock it in at 76, call it good. Oh, that was 70. Let's go to 75. Oh, shit. Maybe not. Not gonna lock in nothing because we got another accident. But yeah, we're, I guess what you call us, we're like down in the Mohawk Valley, so to speak. So almost whichever way you go is hills, no matter what. It's great for like snowmobiles and four-wheelers and shit, but for like hiking or anything like that, it's a pain in the ass. Bike riding. Fucking go. Goddamn Jeep. Are my lights on? One thing about the update, it made the lights look better, but they're not as bright as they were before. If that makes sense. I'm gonna hit a cone. Okay, this one might have been a Havoc accident. That kind of looks like one of ours. Although I shouldn't say that out loud. Convict myself. Yeah, I couldn't imagine living in a big city. Like something like, I don't even know what. Like even the town I live in right now is too big for my opinion, but you go out in the country, then you don't get crap for internet or anything like that, you know? Never been much one of them city folk, I'll tell you what. You city slickers. Your city cars and your city jobs and your city cell phones. You know what? Bunch of city slicking sons of bitches. You don't think that growing up. Then once you grow up and you realize it ain't so much fun, it's like, yeah, I guess it wasn't so bad. I guess I didn't have it so bad after all. Telling you. That's it. Better the devil you know. Right on, man. You got it. What happened here? Jeep run into a truck, it looks like. Oh, yeah. We're going to put the hammer down. Try to flip it on these curves, I think. I probably will flip it on these curves. Knowing me. My dumbass. Oh, it's only a 50 mile an hour zone now. Well, shit. Oh, so much for being in streamer mode, huh, Discord? Yeah, I feel you on that, Smitty. Yeah, for sure. There's been more than one place where I go to and I'll just be absolutely miserable. And the missus is like, knock it off. These people, you're embarrassing me. These people are all looking at us and judging us and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, you know. It's way too much fucking commotion and blah, blah, blah. And just, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm telling you, Will, once you better your living situation and get away from that city shit and all that, you'll be much happier, man. 100%. One hundo. Yeah, exactly, Smitty. Exactly. Oh man, it's gross to think about. It wasn't my garage. I never even had my own garage. Fuck's sake. My buddy had this one garage that he was renting, and in the wintertime it was fucking. You know how it is here in the wintertime, like 10, 20 below, and nobody wanted to go outside to take a piss. Nobody wanted to go outside to take a piss. So we just go over to the garage door, lift it up like an inch, piss on the concrete floor, and then in the summertime just hose off the fucking whatever's left over. It wasn't like something where it's just, common area, but man, you had to go. It's, yeah, like I said, it was gross looking back at it, but just that country way of life. You gotta piss, you gotta piss. You fish where you swim, you know? I definitely understand that, Will. No, yeah. It'll get to you. If you're not in a good living situation, one of the quickest things that'll get to you. We lived in Herkimer with the Mrs. parents for a while. They had a place in Herkimer. And we were young, had 2 kids, couldn't afford shit, so we just kind of stayed with her. And fuck's sake, was it miserable. God. Oh, your grandma's in the hospital too? I'm sorry to hear that, man. That definitely sucks. Never on the floor. Well, it's fucking cold out, man. And like he always told me, it was one of those situations too, where it was like a screwy landlord, so he could get kicked out at any time anyway. So it was just one of them things. I just remember going there the first time, being like, "Yo, do I really gotta go outside to take a piss?" He's like, "No, man, go over there in front of the Camaro. Just crack the door open and get as much outside as you can." It's like, shit. Okay. Take a look at old orangey in the dark. What do you say? See how much this orange glows in the dark? I want to see him. Yeah, and these are SCS trailers, and now you can kind of see, like, the individual LED lights, which I don't think they were like that before. At least if they were, the flare didn't look as good off of them. K Sims. What's going on, man? Guess you'll hang out for a bit? Oh, man. You might live to regret that decision. That's good to see you, man. Yeah, I was on the I'm on single player on the beta at the moment. I just did a little run on here. I was thinking about doing a run on TMP. Oh shit, wasn't paying attention. Sorry. I was thinking about doing a TMP run after this, but I hadn't fully decided yet. I was talking it over to myself in my head. So much for obeying those traffic laws I was talking about earlier. Just a little bit. Just a little bit overrated. Oh. That's a yield anyway. We'll just keep on going. You wouldn't even know where you are? We're in Grand Junction, Colorado. That's where we are. The junction that is Grand. Everyone woke up before you could smoke. That's what you get for dicking around. That's what you get. Ooh. Hazmat. Raiding with the party at 2. Thank you, Hazmat. How'd your stream go, buddy? Every time in this truck in first gear. Thank you so much for the raid. My wife can deal with them for once. Oh boy. Smitty's drawing the line in the sand. Be careful with that, my friend. Be careful with that. We're going to be having a celebration of life for Smitty before long. He keeps it up. Is there anything behind me? I feel like I pulled up just a touch too far. It was good. Awesome, man. Awesome. Still hanging strong on those miles, are you? Crazy. Gonna be living in my house before long. Well, as you know, as long as you keep up on your housewife responsibilities, everything will be fine. Taking a break. You know, I hear you say that a lot, and I don't ever see you do it. I thought it was going to be green for me. Hey, he takes a break once in a while. He'll take like 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. You watch, he'll be streaming and trucking again before I'm even done. I doubt it. She hates cleaning just as much as I do. Probably wouldn't be able to get rid of you after that. I'd probably be the one that gets kicked out. Never know, I might be. I know how you roll, Hazmat. I've seen you a time or two. I guess I could stay in this right lane for now. Right on red right here. Ooh. Gonna have to cut it out more than that if I want to make it.
Hey Google, turn the TV.
Use the remote, you lazy.
Why?
Sure. Turning on the living room Roku.
Oh, never mind. Google heard you.
Yep. The Xbox still on. So we did not turn off.
Hey Google, tell me a joke.
What do you call a shoe made out of a banana? A slipper.
Woohoo! That was hilarious. In my day, you had to use a remote. Yeah. In my day, you had to get up off the couch, walk over to the TV, click the button, move the bunny ears, whap it on the side of the TV a couple times. You know, come on, you son of a bitch, work. You had to get that blurry line out the middle of the screen, you know, them big old console TVs. Or sometimes we had the ones where it had like the pull-out button, and after a while, from pulling it out to turn it on, that button would get worn out, so you had to do it just right. Just enough finesse to boop, pop it on, and boop, you know. Anybody? Nobody else had the floor model console TVs? Zeke's like, yes. Sons of bitches were heavy, too. Pray to God you got one of those you never had to move. Yeah, exactly, Smitty. Exactly. Oh, man, they were the worst. Like, if you got one and it worked, you got it in your house, it stayed there until it broke. And then it stayed there a little bit longer because, you know, after a while, the floor model TVs became obsolete. So you'd put the working, like, newer style, but still huge TV on top of the old TV that didn't work no more. Yeah, Zeke remembers. And they had the proper finesse on that sumbitch after it got worn out. Didn't think you were too old to say back in my day, or that old. I remember for a while, at my parents' house especially, like once the old floor model shit the bed, it just became like the new entertainment center for the newer style TV we had up on top. Until my mom got sick of that crap. Yeah, she got sick of it, and that was the end of that. It worked though, man. Back in the day, it worked. Never had a true floor cabinet model. My grandparents and good friends of the fam did. Huge and heavier than hell. Oh God, were they ever. I remember my parents always, for at least a good portion of the 90s, they always had the floor model TV. And then in like the early to late 2000s, I had a friend. His grandparents were moving out of their house. They were moving to their camp up north. They were going to live there. Had a real nice house up north. And they gave me the TV under the condition that I had to get it out of the house to have it. Like, I could have the TV for completely free. Worked perfect. The old floor model. It was a newer style floor model, so it wasn't quite as heavy, but still. Took me and my buddy a good while because it was, what do you call them, style houses? Where it's like the garage underneath and then the house is built up on top of the garage, you know what I mean? Like a ranch. Is it a ranch style house? Yeah, that don't sound right. But anyway, so they had these little narrow thin steps that I had to come down, and oh God. I kept it for a couple years though. What made me finally get rid of it was the thought of having to move it again. It's like, you know what? They got flat screens now. We'll just get a flat screen. Jerry rigged the floor model. Oh, you had to get the, what was that? The RF switch or something like that, I think they were called. A little box where you ran the cable wire into the box, and then you could have your, the 3 plugins. I can't remember what they're called anymore. Your aux cables or whatever. Oh, the ones with the legs on them. I never had one of those, Zeke. I do know what you're talking about. Yeah, I never had one of those. All them old 2 tube televisions. That's what they were. Tube TVs. That's where you get the boob tube from. All those old tube TVs were heavier. Even the newer ones, like the new ones as they were going out of the tube style and into like the more flat screen style. Even the newer ones were a beast and a half. Coaxial cable. Yeah, there you go. I remember only a few years ago I had the missus' other set of parents, her stepmom and real dad. They had a 32-inch tube TV. And I ended up moving that son of a bitch by myself, and that was... Whew. It's a wonder I didn't get a hernia out of that. I told them, I was like, once I pick this up and I start walking, I'm not stopping until I get to the truck. So make sure all the doors are open and everybody's out of the way. And it was just one of those 1, 2, 3, lift, and fucking go, 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 go. There we go. I don't know exactly where to park it because the icon don't show up, so... Oh, that sounds fancy, Zeke. That sounds fancy. I remember the old cabinet stereos. Where it was the big stereo system in the middle and had like the wood around it and then came with the two big speakers. 201,000 miles already! You're gonna break your old record, aren't you? I think you are. If I had to guess, I think you are. Look how good it looks on 1.40. Ah, it looks so good. It looks so good. Oh, Carl Frew's the stream boss now. I always forget about that thing. Forgot to congratulate him yesterday. And he dropped all those biddies on me. Matt's record was 332, I think. 332 or 335. I believe is what he did. He'll be back. Exactly, Smitty. See, Smitty knows. Oof, that truck looks broken as shit. 332, that's what I thought. Here's that sleeper Western Star with the triaxle. This is coming in the update in case anybody missed this. I posted screenshots and shit of this too. So there she is. Well, with Smarty's wheel pack, obviously these ain't SCS wheels. Those are Smarty's wheels, but... Let's see, find the button. It's down. And that's up. It's kind of hard to tell that it's up on this angled road. But they did a pretty good job on it. Let me see. G set time 7. There we go. Look at that. Forget what engine I have in it. Too big for you? Makes you nervous, huh? Just the thought of it. Just looking at it makes you nervous. Let me take this to the shop. Dill, what's going on, man? Oh boy, kids and dogs are working together now. This ain't never good. Happy Saturday, right back at you, buddy. It's good to see you, man. Ah, crud. Oh man, if he keeps up this pace, Zeke, if he keeps up the pace that he's on, he should hit what, 400k? Yeah, back on some ATS. I started with iRacing and I got wrecked out of yet another race, so I was like, you know what, let's just do some ATS. Let me turn that up a little bit. Oh, without a doubt, he could do 400k. Day's been pretty good, though. Day's been pretty good.
Pat?
And kids are off of school for the next week.
No, Pat. Nice.
This windows down? Alright, let's put them windows back up. There we go. Let me grab a drink and I'll be right back. Which mud flaps are those, Zeke? The ones here in the front? The Western Star ones? Let's do one more run on the beta. Won't do no multiplayer today, I suppose. I think it's too early in the day to get a convoy going. Plus, I can only do a short load anyway. With a little bit of time I got left. Ah, nice. My brother one time put big truck mud flaps on his pickup. Looked awesome. He had a 94 F-150. He did it too. Looked pretty badass. Let's do that. It'll be an escort load, but shoot, when's the last time I done an escort load on a stream? A long time. Been a long time coming. Okay, maybe here at the shipyard. Oh, this one's kind of funky trying to find a spot. If I remember right. Oh, they went with the X. Ah, I hear ya. That's a bummer. There we go. And now we are here to pick up The boat or the heli? What do you think? Boat or heli? Anybody got a preference? Boats and hose or helis and jelly, I guess. Bueller? Nobody? Taters? No taters here. Sorry, my friend. We don't need no oversized taters, for fuck's sake. Oh, my phone didn't refresh yet. I was like, is Hazmat back streaming again? Although I wouldn't be surprised, really. Alright. We'll go with the boat, like originally planned. Truck's tanks were filled and driving hours restored. Big old boat. Big old boat for a big old truck. Oh, look at this guy with a selfie stick. Get out of here, bud. Trying to strap down a boat here. You're over here taking selfies. Still taking selfies. I'd be taking selfies with the truck, not the boat. Yeah. Don't hit my escort. I know. So the engine sound is Z-Mod's N14, which a lot of people really like, and I'm kind of on the fence about it. Where is my escort? Must be out here farther yet. Definitely getting that sign. Yep. Oh, and the light post. Beautiful. 2 for 2. Hope they didn't want this boat to hold water. Or to float. Whatever floats your boat. Boat your float. Oh, here's my escort. We're good. Looks like I got the popo for an escort today. There we go. Wanted my digitac. I got my beacons on. There we go. Beacon lights look a little bit different as well. Yeah, the escorts are part of the normal single player as long as you have the DLC. I do believe it was the heavy hauling DLC or something like that. That's why these loads don't work in multiplayer. Because of the escort is why you see these loads pop up in multiplayer and they crash your game. The escort is the reason why. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing mainly multiplayer, you don't need it, really. You just can't get some of the heavier loads. But these escort loads are part of that DLC. But yeah, in regular single player, if you pick one of these loads that has like the red and white lines in it, you get the escort. And there's other mods you can download that have different escort vehicles. Like, you don't have to have the cop in front of you. Which I don't think any of those mods currently work on 1.4. But they're out there. Oh, Oh, I took that a little sharp. Yeah, same thing on ATS. It'll kick you out of the game if you try to take one of these. Your company can't keep up with just... Oh, Christ. Fucking lamps. No, Hazmat, you're the man. You're the man. Yeah, they've always had or not always. They've had escorts in ATS for a while. I mean, that's what we're doing right now. Oh, Will's gonna lay the smackdown on Hazmat. That's hilarious. I love it. That's kind of hilarious. Yeah, Zeke, you've probably never seen them because I really wouldn't do them in single player that much. This is the first one I've done in quite a while. But all part of the Heavy Haul DLC. And like I said, they're not MP compatible. Like the Transformer load is the biggest load you can take in multiplayer. That 123,000 Transformer or whatever it is. But these ones that are wide, like this one's wide. It's part of its problem. Yeah, man, I didn't know you didn't know that. That's kind of funny. You have 2 accounts? Hey, be careful. Will will get you on both of them. Will is a savage. It's all good, Will. I bust on Hazmat, he busts on me. Even if I had the time, I'd be doing other things. I couldn't just do trucking all the time. But it's all good. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's breaking down. It's breaking down. Will is flexing on him. Give him the big flex, Will. Give him the big flex. Boom, the gun show. The gun show. 600 seconds a pop too. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. I have 2 accounts as well. There's this one, and obviously everyone knows Newall official. But little known fact, I also lay claim to Newall unofficial as well. If I ever get from the top rope, oh yeah. If I ever get Streamlabs Prime again, Newall unofficial is now the bot. But for 19 bucks a month, I only pay for that when I got extra money, obviously. But yeah, now I can lay claim to being official and unofficial. Come on, Oregon State Police. A little bit faster would be nice. Can't pass them. Fail the load. Yeah, it's just your bot, yeah. I don't use the other one. Like, if you see Newall unofficial pop up, I'll use it to follow. Which Newall unofficial is the same account that was Wallybot. Once upon a time, I'm sure most people remember Wallybot in my chat. I just changed the name on it. But I'll use that account. It'll be my bot account, and I'll go and follow good friends. Like I think I followed you with it, Will. I followed Smitty with it. I followed Clutch, OTD. Like I just throw an extra follow at everybody with the backup account, bot account, whatever you want to call it. Gives everyone an extra follow, and I am on it once in a while, just to make sure everything stays good. It's not getting hacked or anything like that, you know. I got Nick with it too. Yeah, there's quite a few people on there now. It is up to quite a few people. So, yeah, just a bot account and a way to throw an extra follow to friends, I guess. Yeah, thanks for the warning, Dick. We can't change lanes while we're moving. We gotta stop and then do it. The other downside of these loads is I was gonna say, I didn't think my lift axle was down at first, but it is. Should get a picture of this right about here. I have a screenshot to upload for after. That on. That out. Let me check my messages. Somebody's obviously on break. Good looking truck. Good looking truck. I can blur out. Yes, sir. The old ball and chain. Whoa, that was louder than I thought it was gonna be. Telling me she's not gonna get out on time, of course. Oh, just sent me a paragraph, that's why. Oh, we're changing lanes again. Are we gonna slam on the brakes to do it? Adapt your speed to avoid a possible crash. Looks like we're changing lanes up here. Oh yeah, nobody's gonna let us over, are they? Good news about these, you definitely can't get race miles. Because the second you pass that car in front of you, the load's over. Kind of forces you to go slow. Oh yeah. Here's the inside of the sleeper though on the Western Star. Nothing really much to look at. Nothing more exciting than any other truck. Yeah, Draco. There you go. Single player though, my friends. They're single player loads, unfortunately. The heavy hauls. Or wide loads, whichever you want to call them. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. How's it going, Draco? Hope you're well, man. Oh, Will had a change of heart. There's one timeout removed. So? Yeah, about the same. Or, not so bad. Welcome back, Hazmat. Sorry, moderators got a mind of their own, you know. Gotta keep the law around these parts. Will don't want no one to think he's going soft. Oh wait, is that? It is. Hold on. And right there. The Pontiac Fiero. Look at that. We build excitement. Where's the damn truck? There it is. William is not Templi. The sword is fitting on Twitch. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the 600 seconds is just the default for Twitch. Like, if you click on somebody just at timeout, it's an automatic 600 seconds. Unless you type out the command to slash timeout whoever for however long. However many seconds. But yeah, the 600 seconds is just the default. But it's all good, Matt. Everyone knows you're the man with the miles. This company was never created to be competitive anyway. Like, I don't ever see Havoc finishing in the top 3 or whatever it is. I just took out all those signs. Well, the hammer is for banning. The legendary ban hammer, if you will. I mean, it's more of a metaphorically speaking kind of thing, I guess, but there is a hammer. I don't think anyone's ever actually seen the hammer, but it exists. But yeah, Havoc was never created to be competitive miles-wise. If we ended up ever getting enough people that played for like a month, maybe, kind of like Kit did last year around this time, but I don't think so. Everyone's just here to have a good time. Have a good time. Where there's a will, there's a way. I see what he did there. I see what you did there. That's clever. I like that. That's a good one. Has Miles. There we go. Has Miles the monster. The trucking legend. You heard about the legend of Jesse James, John Henry, just to mention some names. There's a truck driving legend on Truckers MP today. A man named Hazmat from wherever hazmats come from. That's good, man. There ain't nothing wrong with some competition. Like, obviously I do iRacing. I love to compete, but I just can't do it on here. Virginia? I was trying to just go with the song. I couldn't think of nothing that rhymed. You know, I kind of thought Virginia at first, but I didn't want to be wrong. Somewhere, PA. He just ran alongside it and drug his feet. heard about the legend of Jesse James and John Henry, just to mention some names. Truck driving legend in the South today. Man called Bandit from Atlanta, GA. Every gear jammer knows his name. He says he's got ice instead of blood in his veins. Nerves like steel, he's on up to Georgia pulling 18 wheels. They call him the Bandit. It's hard to believe this is only like a 120-mile trip, I think it was, or something like that. Just a slow pace. Oh, foot like lead and nerves like steel, that's what it was. Foot like lead and nerves like steel. 18 wheel. Dun dun dun, eastbound and down. Da 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 do. Snowman, got your ears on. You got it, you lucky devil. Yeah, I didn't take out no cars. How about that? That's a win in my book. I wonder if this boat even clears these red lights. Oh, it don't clear the buildings. Let's see, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Oh, just barely. Don't hit the lamp. Oh boy. Oh, we're changing lanes again. Come on, just go ahead and change them. I'll hold back traffic. There we go. Perfect. Muy bien. E2? Come on, get out of here, mutt. Come on. What are you doing, baby? Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here, puppy. Come on. Come here, good girl. Come on. Come say hi. Hey, Luna Tuna. Come here. Come on, Luna. Come here, baby. I know, that little girl's freaking you out, huh? Tell her to stop. It's freaking you out, man. Oh, I got the Eclipse. Hi, Eclipse. You gonna come right up here, say hi? Sniff the mic. There you go. Say hi. Say woof. No, you don't say hi.
Look.
Oh,
There.
you lick my face.
Right there. Say hi.
Say hi, Pip. Say woof. Baroo. Nothing? You can't even sniff it?
It's right there.
You kind of don't like it, huh? Kind
no,
of
you don't like people on there.
it's kind of freaking you out just a little bit.
You don't know who's on there anyway. Wait.
All right, you ladies, I'm almost done. Get out of here.
Come on, Pip.
No, you can't get all the way up here. You're too big. You're too
Come
big.
on, Pip.
Get.
Come on.
Hey, Sarge, how you doing, man? Hope you like pineapples. Just waking up? I'm just wrapping up here. I'm just gonna deliver my boat, and I think that'll be that. Glad you popped in though, man. You have to say hello to the family for me. Bina, Granny, Bumblebee, all them. I think I hit that cop car. Appreciate it, Sarge. Yeah, hope you're good though, man. Hope you are good. Wah. Oh, I was gonna say don't crash right at the end. That would suck. And I guess we're taking this boat to Walbert. Ah, you like the star? Looks way better with the sleeper on it, don't it? Like the day cab looked alright, but the sleeper option is really what makes this truck, I think. No, it's the N14. N14 by a modder named Z-Mods. I don't like how quiet it is. I don't know how it sounds in the stream, but I even turned up my volume earlier when I first got in this truck, and it's a pretty quiet engine. But it does have some good sounds. If I roll down the window, maybe. Try rolling down the window. That's all we got. That's all we got. Put those back up. Yeah, the sleeper and the lift axle makes this whole truck way better. Yeah, the Z-Mods N14 sound has been super popular for some reason. Like I said, here we go. Here it is on the outside. We'll do a Jake brake run. It's not a W9, but it is nice looking. Yeah, let's one thing I want to do, take you to the shop real quick and I'll show you the other two options the Western Star came with. I think it was just two. Let's go in here. So you go into your truck configurator and you go here. So it also has the 48-inch sleeper. Right? And you can also... Oh no, it's not that one. It must be... It's not compatible. One of these here. Medium. This is one thing I do not like about the sleeper. Like, for whatever reason, they move the header rack, like, way up here. Like, it should still be back there. Like, you can have the airlines there, but, like, that should still be closer to the back of the sleeper, I feel like. But, anyway, so the front end, same front end as just rocking. But you can also do this medium 8x6 SBA. And it gives you this front end. Which actually is pretty sharp looking in my opinion. I actually like it better than the other one. So if I go in here and slap on a paint job of some sort, let's go with this one. Go with like that. That looks pretty good. I'll put the wheels back on it, which I think are these ones. And that one, right? And that. And that. But you can also just take that right off too. Or you can have the Forester Chrome. Forester's just like a black and yellow version, which I think, yep, there's an option for the front bumper too. A couple different ones. So you can do it like that. Paint. Go chrome on those. And we can go. Let's slap those on the front. Put that on the front, which actually that looks pretty good. That's not changeable. Put the beacons back on. Chrome out that little cover. Throw that on there. Actually, I wonder if you put that on there. That'll make that look better. Not really. Yes and no, eh? Yes and no. So we already did the stacks. Alright, you get a couple different headlight options there. Get the chrome option there. Get the chrome option there. Yeah, you could go with something like that too. Which actually I'm going to keep that next time I drive this truck. I like that front end a lot better. I wish I'd have used it in this first load. And then the inside cab view of the sleeper. Basically the same thing, which you'd expect for a 48-inch sleeper. Got my sleeping bag and my pillow and my flag. No sticker spot. There's no little fridge or cabinet there for the stickers. A little bit of overhead storage here and up there. That's not too bad though. Not too bad. Let's go pull over by the quick mart. Oh, this is just a tri-drive. I can't even lift that first axle. It's just always down, which is fine. Alright, Smitty, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate it, man. No more poking the bear, alright? No more poking the bear. We're gonna get a shot of that. Just like that. And with that, folks, so yeah, see you later, Smitty. Keep the apron clean. With that, everybody, I am gonna get myself rated out here. I'm gonna send you over to Martin G. Martin G. How do we say that? You can't do 20K every day. I can't do 20K every month. So Martin G, he's an iRacer as well as one of the newest drivers for Havoc Trucking Company. So please go over, give him a follow if you haven't yet. Say hey, he's actually iRacing right now. And again, apologies for my Daytona race at the beginning of the stream. Sorry it didn't go as I planned. But I think we still had some fun trucking. Draco, catch you later. Zeke, Will. Thank you everyone for all the hosts. Much appreciated. Hazmat, thank you for the raid, buddy. Keep rocking those miles. I know it's tough, man, but you're doing great. So, yeah, you all have a good day. Go say hello to Martin G, like I said, newest Havoc driver. Great dude. I think you'll really enjoy his channel. Later.